Hey there friends, and welcome to another episode of ZaxChat where we talk about movies and more. First of all, just let me please offer you a humble apology for the lateness of this video. I know it's been a couple of months nearly since the movie was out. I did say I was going to have this video up sooner. I had some things go wrong. One of my previous videos got flagged for a copyright breach on YouTube and for the music that I was using, and I have the license for it, so I don't know what they were complaining about. And it's been cleared obviously, but you have to go through the process, and it's my first time having to deal with that, so welcome to the wonderful world of YouTube. Other than that, just general life being very busy. Like many of you, I work a full-time job and have other commitments in life, so there's not always a lot of time for the talkage. But that's okay, because I'm back now, I'm ready to go, and I promise I will never leave you again. Even if you want me to, I won't leave. I'm staying forever. Forever. Now, you may remember in my first video that I said when I was anticipating a film coming out, I was going to do a before video and an after video. So this is what this is going to be. Now, if you want to see my before thoughts about Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, please go and check out my first video. I'll also put a link to it in the description. But this is kind of going to be my afterthoughts, my review of the movie, and, what do I think now that I've seen it. Now, because it has been such a long time since the movie came out, and I know a lot of you have had a chance to see it from what I've been reading, I think we're just going to go ahead and do spoilers with this. Okay, so that is your official spoiler warning. If you have not seen Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, turn away now. Or if you haven't seen it and you just don't give a damn, well, keep watching. Enjoy. I hope you like it. Okay, so spoiler warning out of the way. So let's talk about one of the most divisive films of modern memory. Let's talk about So I actually had this video already recorded, but because of the delays that happened and everything like that, I've decided to redo it, and it's given me a bit of time to kind of marinate on everything, because, the storm, I feel, has mostly passed with Batman v Superman, but God, did this movie divide fans. People loved it, people hated it, people were just about it, like, it was alright, But apparently, my God, if you take a stance like that on the internet, people freak the hell out. You have to pick a side. It's like Civil War, for crying out loud, which comes out today, and I'm super excited for it. It's okay to think something's just meh. You don't have to pick a side, and if you didn't pick a side, good for you. Stand strong. But enough about the fanboying, let's talk about the film. Now, I am going to be 110% honest with you from the start of this video. I did not enjoy this movie. There were elements of it that I did. There were a few elements that I'll even go as far as saying I loved seeing that, because it was great and it looked amazing, and they handled a few things quite well, in my opinion. But the rest, I thought was a mess. I thought the editing was bad. I thought the performances weren't breathtaking at all. And the story was just so convoluted. They were just trying to force everything into such a small amount of time. But first of all, let's talk about the positives, because there are some. Ben Affleck as Batman. Everybody's saying it, I completely agree. It took me a little bit at first, but now I see it and I'm very happy with it. He's a great Batman. He really is. The entire nightmare dream sequence where it flashes forward to Planet Darkseid and we see all this happen in the future, and then it flashes back and, the Flash is coming out of the portal trying to wake Bruce and tell him that Lois Lane is the key. That was exhilarating. Like, I was pumped during that. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed that part of the film. Another huge pro for me was Wonder Woman. She was great. She kicked ass. She was sexy. She was mysterious. She was a badass. That battle scream when she rips that out. Personally, I still don't think she's got the physical stature of Wonder Woman. I'd like it if she were a bit bigger, a bit more intimidating, but I can let that slide. Now, another pro for this movie for me is one that I don't think a lot of you will agree on, because I have been following comment sections and forums here and there, and everyone seems to feel pretty similar about this. But I'm going to take a stance for me and say I really enjoyed Jesse Eisenberg in the film. I liked his portrayal of Alexander Luthor. Yes, he's not Lex Luthor, he's Lex Luthor's son. But I really enjoyed his portrayal of the character. He was weird, he was eccentric, he was engaging, but he was also really unpredictable and a little bit menacing, I felt, in his insanity. And I enjoyed watching Eisenberg do that performance. Whenever he came on screen, I found I would pay attention just a little bit more because I was so concerned and mystified as to what this character might do next. And I love that concept of his that is revealed in the kind of the third act of the film on the roof with Lois Lane, where he reveals that, you know, basically because of his abusive father, he hates God. He hates God for putting him in a position, and Superman is the closest physical representation of God that the world has. So in turn, he must hate Superman. He must destroy Superman. And I like that concept. I like that that's what motivates him. My final pro is one thing that kind of goes in hand with a con. It's good and bad. But my final pro would probably be that they had the balls to kill Superman at the end of the film. I thought that was great. I thought it was a ballsy move. It was true to the source material that they were vaguely lifting from, and it was a great thing to do. I was like, wow, you killed Superman. Now, we all know that Superman is one of the founding members of the Justice League, and that they're not going to do a Justice League movies, 1 and 2 parts, mind you. They're not going to do that without Superman. We knew that he was coming back, but it should have been left for a further film. And this kind of leads into my con about it as well, is that they made this good decision to kill Superman off and to, you know, make people go, holy shit, Superman's dead. And then in the last second of the movie, we see the stones and the pebbles rise off the grave, and we know he's alive. We knew he was coming back, but they should have been left. I would have loved the idea that Superman did die, so that the end of the film would just have that feeling of, yes, we neutralized the threat, but it came at a price. We lost Superman. And that would just put, I think, all the characters in such a much more interesting position when Justice League rolls around, that when he does come back from the dead, it's going to have a bigger effect. I think that could have played out quite well. The other thing that I thought of is that when you're working in a fictional universe, where there is the potential for a character to die and then come back to life, you don't want to play that card too early in the franchise, because then all the subsequent deaths that follow don't have as much of a sense of gravity to them. You know, someone else dies down the track and go, oh, you know, maybe he can come back. I mean, Superman came back, you know. So I just think it would have been better all round if that was left for maybe the beginning of Justice League Part. But alas, I didn't write the film. But maybe one day. If you were going to make a Batman film, what would you make it about? That's a discussion we should have one day. We'll do like a video about it. Like, if you had the freedom to make a Batman film, what would you base it on? What comics would you put? Anyway, I'm getting off the topic. Enough about that. Let's just focus on Batman v Superman. One of my other cons with the film, hugely so, it comes back to the marketing. When everybody was like, wow, they've shown us basically the whole movie in the trailer. And they did. But what it was so annoying, I remember after that one trailer came out, the one featuring Doomsday, the first time we saw Doomsday in the trailer, the internet kind of blew up about it. People were like, no, you've shown us the whole movie, this and that. And the people who had worked on the film, including Zack Snyder, came out and were like, no, you don't have to worry, there are so many more surprises in store, you haven't seen anything yet. If you think that you know how the whole film's going to go just by watching a trailer, you're completely wrong. There's so many ups and downs throughout it. Don't worry, Doomsday won't be shoehorned into the last 15 minutes of the film. There's really so much more in store. Bullshit. They lied. And we've been lied to before. We should know better than to trust to hope, but we don't. And they lied to us, and that really annoyed me, because the movie played out exactly as the trailers portrayed it. Doomsday was shoehorned into the last 15 minutes of the film. They just completely lied about it, and, you know, they've lied to us during the production of the second film of a cinematic universe. You know, how are they going to treat the fans moving forward? That really got my goat. Now, for those of you who do watch movie reviews on YouTube, you're probably aware of a reviewer from the States named Chris Stuckman. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I'm about to reveal to you what my most hated scene in this entire movie was. And he also mentions the same scene in his own review. So I just don't want you to think I'm copying, I just happen to feel the exact same way, because this scene got a lot of hate from a lot of people, and I feel very strongly about it, and I'll tell you why. Actually, before I do that, if you do want to check out Chris Stuckman's stuff, I will put the link in the description. Seriously, check it out. I actually don't know him or anything like that. I've never had any contact with him. But the dude is one of the reasons I started doing videos on YouTube. So please, go check out his stuff, because I recommend it. It's really, really funny. But back to my most hated scene in Batman v Superman. Bruce Wayne sends Diana Prince an email telling her he knows that she's Wonder Woman, and he attaches top secret documents and surveillance footage of the 3 other upcoming members of the Justice League. And she opens this email and very dramatically reads it. He sent her an email. It is such lazy writing. It is the most boring thing they could have done, and they did it, and that is why throughout this movie I found myself being bored. I was bored during Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. I never thought I would say that, yet it is true. I don't even know how this is possible. Were they sitting around writing this movie and going, boys, we need a scene. We need a scene in this movie where we tease a little bit of the Justice League characters. You know, make people see what they're capable of for just a split second. And, give them something to excite them for Justice League when all the heroes come together. How should we tackle that scene? I've got it. Yes, Bob. Batman sends Wonder Woman an email. He's done it again, Bob, hasn't he, boys? Yes, he's done it again. How did you come up with such a brilliant idea, Bob? I was sitting here emailing and I thought, hey, email. Just fantastic stuff. Someone talk to Snyder. Get this man a raise. I don't know why it annoyed me so much, but it just did. It was just so boring and so lazy. And what I was looking forward to most about this film was getting a taste of what Justice League could be. And if it's just superheroes sending each other emails, count me out. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up now. Whilst there were definitely elements of Batman v Superman that I did enjoy, all in all, I felt the movie was a mess. I thought it was sloppily edited. I thought the performances weren't anything special, but I did really like Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot. When I did my before video on this, I estimated that I'd give it about a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10. Well, I'm disappointed to say that I'm going to have to give Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice a 4 out of 10. I'll be very curious to see what the over 3-hour R-rated cut is going to be like. Maybe it provides a little bit more light. And look, if I find that that's a really better version of the movie, if it makes me like it, then there might even be a video about that down the track, but we'll wait and see. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm currently drinking a lovely sherry. I've been watching Frasier all afternoon. As many of you know, Frasier is my all-time favourite show. And yeah, it got me in a sherry drinking mood, so I'm going to have a couple more of these. I'm going to edit this video, I'm going to chuck it up on YouTube, and it'll be there for all of you to see. So I'm well. I hope you're well as well. Right, good. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all of you who keep going to the Facebook page to check if there's new videos up. I was getting notifications all throughout the week. People saying people are viewing your page, like going and liking and blah 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 blah, and like asking new videos were going to come out. So that's really great. That the fact that you guys want to see something definitely is a huge motivation for me. So thank you. Have a lovely day or evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Zach, and this is ZaxChat. Peace.
Down the bottom of the ocean blue.